are underway in Crowns versus Hooligans in our second triple header. As the Hooligans looking to get their season back on track. As that one goes offsides. As looks like the Crowns didn't quite hear the whistle there. And so we'll come back over to neutral. And the Crowns will take control now. There's a crash along the boards. And Joe Marshall with a chance, trying to find one to the net and can't. Now trying to wrap it around on the backhand. And we have a call coming up, an interference penalty. And our first power play goes to the Crowns. We're only 30 seconds into the game.
Sharp movement there. You saw Cale Bowman, number 37, the goalie for the Crowns, was already halfway to the bench before I even recognized that the official's hand was up. So these guys are sharp.
Oh, good. Good.
Yet the Crowns are now going to be on the power play.
Let's go. Let's set
as
it.
We see James Forbes take the draw.
You got to be in the square. In the red. In the red.
Ref giving directions. Now they'll drop it as they'll go back over to Matt Henry. He has 2 assists this season. Tries to pass it off. A great block. Nick DeVito with that block. As he is the current leader on the team on points. Back over to Termini. Frank Lozzi trying to send it over and can't get the one-timer from Levine. We'll drop it back. Matt Henry will try to go to the top circle. Now draw pass to Forbes. Crosses to Termini. Back to Lozzi. As they keep passing the ball around, and now they take the shot, and that goes high at the net. Right corner. Levine tries to set her up. Hits the man, and a great save in the net by Cunningham in the net.
On your feet, on your feet.
As the Browns keep moving the ball all around.
Thank you.
No, you nailed it, Daniel. If anything jumped out to me, it was how the Crowns move that ball so comfortably. They know where each other's going to be. So you can do that little drop pass that you saw on the left-hand side. You can kick it across to your D-man on the corner because you know he's going to be there. They definitely feel very comfortable moving the ball around. Really, really strong ball and player movement on the power play.
Here's a shot on the net, and Cunningham with another save. Tom Knox with a shot. That one deflected wide. Kevin Helsinki.
Play the ball.
Helinski will go back to Tom Knox, who will play it right back. Centers up. That's blocked. Attempt to clear. Fails. Kept in by Captain Greco. We'll drop it back to Peter Becht with a shot, and that one hits a stick on the way. Helinski drops back to Becht. Shot goes high and wide. And it will be Helinski again in left corner as the Crowns just keep moving that ball. The power play is over. Back to Jeff Kennedy behind the nets. The Hooligans will try to get on the attack. They do. Matt Minoski trying to hang on for control, but the Hooligans were in the middle of a change. Driving the net, and that one sticked away by Cunningham.
Good hand, good hand, good hand.
Lou Harvitton trying to fight off one, and that is Jeff Kennedy, who will drop it back. Attempted shot is blocked. Harvitton trying to fight off Kennedy again. Still battling for possession. Looking for help.
Watch the body, 13.
From Joseph Shaw.
11.
And stick gets entangled from
11,
Daniel Maddox. Another attempt is clear. Still can't get it out.
I'll give you unsportsmanlike. You want to argue about it. Don't do it.
The Crowns will go on a partial change. Trying to set her up to Josh Greco. Stepped on the ball. Greco plays it right back.
Still in.
Brownlow crosses. Shot. That one rang off the post. And another shot hits another body on the way. The Crowns just keep buzzing. Jim Bateman, the current goals leader of the team, he gives it away. Minoski will just put it on net. As Coleman will push it out. Bateman gains the line. Passes to his right with a shot. That one goes behind the net.
Come through.
Ethan Albachon will just clear down the floor.
No ice.
Icing here as the Crowns reset their attack. And so far, it has been all Crowns this period.
Offside! Offside!
The hand is up.
Come on, you look back at it.
And the hand was up. It didn't quite see. They're going to send it all the way back down.
Yeah, I agree with that call. I think that's fair to say that's an intentional offside, as the officials were pretty emphatically shouting. Again, Daniel, you're ringside, so maybe I'm just getting the benefit of the doubt because the refs are mic'd up. But that was pretty clear. No question about it, though. Queen City absolutely swarming right now, completely in control of this one early here in the first period.
And it looked like it was an intentional offside, so I think you're right on that call.
Good!
As the Crowns once again getting control. Marshall trying to drive the net, but they get knocked off the ball. The Hooligans come back the other way. DeVito trying to pass over to Gunnar Knight, as that one will go out of play for the Hooligans. You can see that they're trying to fight back with the combination of Gunnar Knight and Nick DeVito.
Back one zone. Right here, guys.
Definitely want to give a shout out to Brendan Moran as well, number 43 for the Hooligans. He had a really great shot block in one of those sequences prior. So definitely feeling the pressure, but they're hanging on here right now and trying to show a little bit of that bend, not break.
Good.
And here's another shot, and that one is steered wide. That was from Quentin Hindley. Another attempted center pass gets blocked. Shot, and that's stopped by Cunningham. Back to the point to Matt Henry. He'll try a wrist shot. That's stopped by Cunningham. Well, he's certainly holding the fort as Jordan Shaw trying to clear the zone. They still can't clear. Another shot, and that's blocked.
Alone.
At the point again, over to Frank Losey. He'll reverse. Crosses to Tom Knox. That shot goes high at the net. Jordan Shaw trying to clear the zone.
Go good!
That center line presence shot in. That's a save by Cunningham. That center line presence just won't allow through as Cunningham makes another save. He's trying to reach for the ball. He can't. The Crowns just continue their assault. Hooligans go on to change. And they still can't clear. A lot of possession time for the Crowns. On and on. Shot is tipped wide. Now what are the Hooligans to do? Stripped away again. Shot! And that's stuck under the pad of Cunningham for a moment. I thought that squeaked through. In fact, it's sitting on the line.
Unbelievable. Talk about pressure. Cunningham standing on his head here, and it's one of those situations where you feel like you smell a goal coming, and the Crowns just can't buy one right now. They're doing everything right, and they just can't force one behind Glenn Cunningham.
The Crowns just have that
no high!
presence to just hold the zone. It's been all about possession for them as a tip goes high and wide. The Hooligans do get out of the zone, but now it's about possession, which they haven't really had this period.
Good!
Kennedy trying to hang on to the ball, but will be swatted away by Albachon. Joseph Shaw gains the zone, but can't hang on to the ball.
Watch that stick!
Now trying to fight for it, but the Crowns are just all over them. But the Hooligans
Off!
trying to pass through, but they are offside. Very unfortunate after all that effort just to get offensive territory.
Best chance of the game, and Joseph Shaw doesn't even get to take the shot. Again, well communicated by the officials. That was offside. I missed it, actually, but it's hard to see with my vantage point here. Of course, you're ringside. You got a better look at it, but best opportunity of the game, and Shaw doesn't even get a chance to take the shot.
And the passes just aren't connecting for the Hooligans as they try to bank one off. And look out, here comes Bateman from behind it, and it lands right in front of Cunningham. Jordan Shaw still can't get through. From the right corner. Back over to Frank Losey at the point. He'll try a wrist shot, looking for a tip, not available. Hooligans will clear the zone. They're saying he is onside. The Crowns wanted to call. They're not getting it. The shot save!
Wow.
And the first save of the game for Cale Bowman. From behind the net, and can't connect again. But that has been the Hooligans' best chance so far.
Good.
As Bateman will try to buy his team some time. He'll just throw it into the left corner. As a lot of traffic at the blue line. And
Still in.
another attempt at clear fails. Sent right back in by Peter Beck.
11 behind you, bud.
The Hooligans now on a 3-on-2 as the Crowns make a change. Tried to center up, but it went off the body of Peter Beck.
Oh!
Now a partial 3-on-2, but it's offside.
You step over, bud.
Man, Hooligans starting to show a little bit of teeth here.
Hold for 1 second.
Take a look at this replay. There's Bowman, his big save from that point blast, just fights that one off on the shoulder, caught him off guard. You talked about it in the pregame, Daniel. You talked about the quality of the point shots and the slap shots in this division, and I'm definitely seeing that both in the last game and this one as well. There are some big guns at the red line. They are not afraid to use them.
And Marshall looking to drive the net, but the Hooligans trying to box him out. Back to the point, Peter Beck with a shot, goes wide of the net. Quentin Heinley trying to feed one through the feet, and Cunningham not taking a chance as he dives out to cover.
You love to see it, and you definitely know that the captain, Cunningham, is going to have quite a bit to say when they retire to their bench in under 100 minutes at the end of this first period. He has put on some heroics here early.
And considering the season by the Hooligans, they got to feel good of how they're performing in this first period. And granted that they would like to get a lot more possession, but at least they're holding the Crowns to zeros on the board so far. And in fact, here they come again, but still, that back check is just not allowing them any chances. And it's going to be another offside against the Crowns.
That's definitely what's impressing me of Queen City more than anything is their play off the ball. They're reading each other very, very well. They're staying pretty close to their checks. They're making sure that they're closing down on lanes. And like you said, on that back check, they are cutting off those rush chances before they can develop into something dangerous.
Come in. Beside you.
Tremeni from the circle tries to look for a tip, not available, as there is a lot of presence at the front of the net. Swatted away by Levine again. They'll take it behind the net, blocked by Harbison.
Loose!
He was trying to look for a center feed, and now being pressured and knocked out of the zone by Dylan Stotsky.
Get a little closer.
Both teams will make a change.
That was good.
We'll feed up over to Jonathan Hotchner. Centers up. It wasn't intending for Helinski, but the Hooligans starting to show up defensively. Now drop pass. Tries to look for another shot, but it goes into the corner. 15 seconds left in the period. Good. Helinski passes left to Greco. Tries to look for an opening, and that one misses high. They do have Cunningham down, but are they going to have enough time? No, they won't. And despite an all-out attack by the Crowns, the Hooligans hold everyone to zeros after one. But the Crowns have just had a dominant offense, both in and out of the zone.
Because two times I got him saying.
Honestly, two impressive efforts, but for two different reasons. And I want to talk about speed. So speed can mean a couple different things. And the Hooligans showed flashes of really great foot speed on their transition, which I liked. But the reason that it wasn't as effective as they wanted it to be is because the Crowns possessed team speed. And what does that mean? Well, obviously we know the ball is going to move faster than any player, right? And you can run as fast as you can run. But the question is, how much do you have to run in order to be where you need to be? And the Crowns' positioning game there was immaculate. If they were a little lazy, if they weren't watching their checks as closely as they were, if their blue liners weren't holding the red line as tightly as they were, the Hooligans had 2 or 3 or 4 opportunities to slip behind them. But the smart positioning and great just teamwork from the Crowns showed that if you are in the right position, if you are reading off of not only your check, but also off your partner, you know where to be, and you can close that distance faster. I think the Hooligans did some really good things with their foot speed. They managed to survive in their own end, but the problem was they need to be a little bit more creative. Some of their plays are a little predictable, a little bit easy to read. The Crowns are sniffing them out and shutting them down before the Hooligans get 2 inches. So I like what I'm seeing from the Crowns. The Hooligans have the foot speed to do what they want to do. Now let's see if they can get a little bit more creative and find those seams, because the Crowns right now are reading every play like they're seeing. It's, you know, it's the 3D chess, right? They're seeing 2 or 3 moves ahead. The Hooligans are definitely still in this game, and major shout out to Glenn Cunningham, who put forward a great effort. Now let's see a little bit more from his forwards to see if they can start generating some offense here in the second period.
Rob, that's you down low.
We always say that hockey is a fast-paced game, but there's just something about the Carolina division that makes it even faster. As the Crowns just continue their attack. And in the slot, and that one gets blocked by Harbiton. As the Hooligans attempt to clear the zone. And the story continues. Just a mystery on how to get into offensive territory. But they do get it down deep, and maybe that's what they need to do. If they can't win at the neutral zone, just try to get it deep and try to win the race. So you mentioned about the Hooligans' foot speed. Harbiton will try to race this one down and trying to fight off Keenan Steckler, but the Hooligans do come out with possession and try to pass to himself. And the Browns just continue to look for any kind of mistake. Harbiton trying to go for DeVito. Browns back in possession. Trying to go straight to the attack, and a big save by Cunningham as Bateman crashed the net, and this will come down all the way for icing against the Hooligans, but Cunningham continues to impress.
No change, Jim. No change, Mark. No change.
Save of the game. Watch again here from the reverse angle. Was it in fact a flying poke check? Heck yeah, it was.
You're
Gets
good.
the leg out for good measure, but a killer stop. Cunningham
Are we down here?
showing he is willing to sacrifice his body, put it on the line, get out there top of the crease, show confidence, showing poise,
Give you extra 5 on
keeps
that.
that one out. He is fighting for his team.
Yeah, going with that poke check is a high-risk maneuver, but if you time it just right, it can save your team a goal. So Cunningham,
Any changes?
really timing his poke checks right. But now it has to come down to their offense to try to figure out this puzzle as far as the neutral zone. As a shot goes wider than the net, it went off the stick of Obachon, who was right there to defend. The Crowns, in the meantime, they're figuring out a puzzle of their own as they try to wrap it around. But was trying to play down low, but Rob still can't figure a way around. Yeah, turnaround shot, but that is blocked.
Rob, stay that side.
Unbelievable.
Tie up by Nick DeVito. Not only can he play offense, he can play defense as well. But the Crowns with a point blank opportunity, and they still can't get through. And a Hooligan is down. They're going to blow the whistle for an injury.
We got an injury.
And I'm trying to see who it is from my perspective. It looks like, I'm trying to see a number. It is
maybe?
Daniel Maddox.
Yeah. A lot of traffic in front of the crease. Bodies coming together. I didn't see the collision specifically. He looks like he's okay. But what a mad scramble, and well read by Cunningham.
No.
Great movement. I love him the side to side. He's just looking so confident. Let's take a look at the replay here.
I don't know whose that is.
Check out, there you see number 11 on your right-hand side. There's the failed stuff attempt. Cunningham reading things really well. We'll see if anything comes of it from this angle. There you see Maddox. He looks no worse for the wear. And he's just out of frame.
I don't know.
But
I don't know why we would have a spare. Neither of us have one. Good.
But there was a lot of presence in the front of the net. And aside from Cunningham, the defense of the Hooligans, I mean, if you think about it, since the last meeting, I think that was something that the team had to talk about to strategize for the next meeting, and it's certainly showing up this time. But now trying to find a way out of their zone is still the problem as the Crowns again try to put one on net. Centers up. Oh, he healed it, but it still gets through anyway. And the Crowns get a goal from Jesse Termeni.
From 22.
first goal of the season for Termeni. And it's only a matter of time. Oh, and a little bit of a partial screen there. Looked like that one was, like you said, he healed it, a little bit of a knuckler. I think Cunningham was expecting a bullet high. Instead, he gets a changeup that goes low and beats him right pad side for the 1-0 lead.
And just an unfortunate circumstance for Cunningham. I mean, all those stops and a weak one gets through as there is another player down. I was looking at the officials to see if there was going to be a penalty. I did not see any hands raised as tensions simmering as we look to see who that is on the ground, and that is Kevin Helinski.
It looks like he's okay. Gets a stick tap from the benches. The officials saying they didn't really see anything. I didn't either. It just looked like bodies came together awkwardly, and maybe just his leg buckled underneath him. There you see him jogging off back to the bench, Linsky. So good to see that he's okay. Big number 10 for the Crowns, and we'll get play resumed here.
Yeah, I think the Hooligans were looking for a boarding, or the Crowns were looking for a boarding call, but the refs said they didn't.
Offsides, wide offsides.
The Crowns are offside, and you hear Jonathan Hotchner telling his team, get back. And the Hooligans take advantage, and now they'll try to transition. Off the left boards, was looking for Dylan Stotsky, but the Crowns once again, the back check just denies them any kind of opportunity. Trying to find an opportunity there, but it skirts wide, and Joseph Shaw will try to clear it away. And Nick DeVito is down low. Joseph Shaw with a shot, and Bowman will actually make an effort. He has hardly faced any shots today, but he is forced to go to work this time.
If the Hooligans have anything going for them, it's that maybe they can catch Bowman cold.
No, I was giving you the change. Sorry.
Their chances have been very few and far between.
As the Hooligans try to win a draw here in a crucial one, considering the possession time is going to turn into a race to the race. Albatron can't make it there. Good. The speed of Joe Marshall, just too much shot. Backhand score! Jack Engels on the backhand, and the Crowns make it 2-0.
Great look for Engels, and this one just handcuffs Cunningham a little bit. He was moving from his left to his right. It was a little off balance. Here you'll see it again, right in the slot.
69 from 27.
Just caught him awkwardly, and wasn't quite square. I don't know, it almost looked like he wasn't expecting the shot, so that one just catches him. He probably would like to have that one back, and it's 2-0 Crowns.
Good. Look out, break here on the other way. Save by Cunningham. Joe Marshall had a breakaway. And another bailout. Really, if you think about it, that's been the story today. The goalies just had that mentality of just continuing to serve their team despite the circumstances. And a big one from Cunningham right there.
Take a look again. Boom, right pad save, and gets the help from Maddox defensively as well. Makes that first save, and that's what the goalie's supposed to do. But you need to rely on your D-men to help clean up that garbage, and Maddox comes up big on that play.
And the Hooligans trying to find any way to reward Cunningham's effort, but it's just been a very difficult task. Beck will pass left over to Forbes, but he'll turn it over, and the Hooligans come the other way. Gunnar Knight tries to throw it forward, but that got blocked. Good. Browns regain the zone. Albachon loses his stick as Tremeni tries to center up and can't find anyone. It is Nick DeVito. Remember that he is the only one on the team that has more than one goal. It's only 3 players on the team that have scored a goal this season, as that one is going to be whistled down.
If it drops too close in front of the goal.
Inside the Crown zone.
DeVito has impressed so far this game. Gunnar Knight also, you mentioned him in that last play. He had one of the best opportunities with a one-timer look in the first period. Couldn't hit the net. And you've got to be really opportunistic if you're Quad State right now, because these chances are not that frequent.
I'm here.
And possession time has just been the main issue here, as that gets right
No
by
ice.
Barberton.
No ice.
They call no ice, so Cunningham is forced to play it. And as the Crowns just swarm all over the ball.
Watch it, 43.
Greco in the right corner. Looking to wrap it from behind the net. Now passes back to Hotchner. Tries to throw a shot that gets blocked. Hotchner again, centers up and had a chance. Cunningham was not aware of the shot coming, and he still missed the net. Another shot, and it's in! A shot from the left circle, and the Crowns make it a 3-0 game, as I think Cunningham got bamboozled.
24 with the goal. I didn't see the assist. Great job, guys.
Yeah, you see, trying to do a little bit of the shuffle, then gets a little bit screened by his own man, Havarden. But you're starting to feel the dam break a little bit here, and Cunningham can only do so much. He needs some help. And you mentioned it, the transition, the breakout has just been so rough for the Hooligans. They're spending the entire game in their own zone.
And it's just bound to happen. But look out, maybe a chance for the Hooligans the other way, if he can catch up. And turns it over. Hooligans with a chance. Oh, but Bateman breaks up that play. And what would otherwise have been one of the very few opportunities the Hooligans had at Bowman. Browns again. They turn it over, back at neutral. Steckler will play off the boards over to Matt Henry.
I'm right behind you.
And another turnover. Henry back in the left corner again from behind the net. Brandon Fritz will send it all the way around over to Keenan Steckler. Behind the net. Now wide angle shot, and that one misses the net. Tries to center one up, blocked by the stick of Cunningham. Trying to take away any lanes that they might have. Shot goes off the back of the net. Cunningham trying to feed it up, but look out, wide open net. And the Crowns unable to take advantage.
Up.
And Steckler tries to get it away from Shaw. And he does.
Good.
As Losey trying to drive the net. And a Yankee Doodle Dandy save by Cunningham with the glove.
No quit in Cunningham. Excellent play there. He's really just facing an onslaught. And again, we go back to it. The transitions, the Hooligans are just having trouble connecting 2 and 3 passes to make anything happen.
It's just been a big puzzle this entire game that has just been master level. Off the boards, maybe a chance, but the Hooligans are offside.
Yeah.
And the frustrations continue to mount for them late in the second.
And you do wonder about that too, when you're basically getting no puck luck the entire game. How do you manage that frustration and stay cool and stick with the plan? And we'll see that heading into the third here.
Crowns regain possession. Marshall centers up and a good breakup. And down low again, it's cutting out dives. Old school.
Good.
3-on-2 the other way. Jordan Shaw centers to Gunner Knight. Chance here. And he held on for too long. DeVito had a chance but never got the shot. As that will be cleared down for icing.
Ice. No change.
That was the best
heartbreaking.
setup of the game for the Hooligans, and they don't even get a shot.
There's the big circus save by Cunningham on the other side. But yeah, it's tough when you're fighting the ball and it's bouncing and you just can't settle it. DeVito right there on the doorstep could not even get the shot away. And that just shows you the kind of frustration they've been dealing with all game.
Loose.
And there's a save by Bowman. And he's still in single digits as there's a hit from behind there, and he's going to get called for a penalty here. And it is a full-on body check, and that will put the Crowns on the power play.
Daniel Swan gets tagged and is going to sit for a minute here at the end of the second period. It wasn't too bad, but it was enough, and it was right there, center ice in front of the official. You can't do that. I mean, it's simple as that. So an easy call. And the Crowns now with an opportunity to advance their lead even further here late in the second.
I believe there is body checks in ice hockey, but not in this league.
Still right behind you.
As the Crowns already get a shot on net on the power play. Down low, wide open, shot! He got tipped, rebound, score! A bit of ball luck on the side of the Crowns. It wasn't clear to me who got that rebound, but the Crowns make it 4-0 on the power play goal.
I got 9 from 24.
It looks like it's Termeni again. His second of the game. Just picks up the garbage in front. We already saw well-executed power play by them in the first period. They didn't cash in. This time they do. And they grow their lead here late in the second.
And it is confirmed. It is Jesse Termeni with another goal under his belt. And another shot! Underneath Cunningham!
Unbelievable work there. James Forbes gets absolutely robbed. There's the look. With his knee, locks that one up. And no quit in Cunningham's game, that's for sure.
Rob, go up top.
And they almost had another snipe from Forbes.
Come back.
But I know that Cunningham wants
Hand pass.
to make a lot more saves than that. As the whistle blows, this is going to come right back.
They do call the hand pass here with under a minute to go in the second period. And just a very dominant effort by the Crowns. We're seeing why they're ranked number 4th in the power rankings across all of Tier 3 in the NBHL. Definitely the class of this division, at least so far, early stages of this season.
And really, their main rival is going to be the Squall, who we saw earlier, and we will see them again. This is wide of the net. They try to get him while Cunningham is down. With 45 seconds remaining in the second period, centers up and off the foot.
Nice!
As that goes down the floor. Gunner Knight, and he whiffs the shot, but he does get help from Jordan Shaw, and he'll throw it into the inboards. Tries to turn around. Harvington will be stolen away by Losey. Henry will head back over to the point.
Still in.
And the Hooligans just trying to get whatever push they got, but all of the momentum is to the Crown side. 5 seconds remaining in the second period. And Greco tries to throw a shot in net. Pass saved by Cunningham. And that is the period as the Crowns put 4 on the board. And I can't imagine what the Hooligans must be thinking after having a good first period.
That's a great question, and it almost makes me wonder, was it a good first period or was it a serviceable first period? Because we saw from the Crowns this time much more of what we expected, and they managed to take their game to the next level. I think the Hooligans, I think they had a serviceable first period. They had a lot to build off of. I didn't really see a lot of that building here, whereas the Crowns, I think, had a dominant period in the first, and they managed to find the next level above that. That's where you see that gap in terms of skill, in terms of just raw ability, that the Crowns, as good as their first period was, they still found a way to kick it into a higher gear. So it is a tall order that Quad State is looking at to try to get back into this one here with 10 minutes left to go up on the clock.
Batteries back in.
I'm noticing his draws, they were getting in there early. I don't know if he's dropping.
And at this point, it's more of the Crowns trying to say, how can we convince the NBHL that we deserve higher than number 4 on the power rankings? I mean, not that it's going to matter as far as their performance is concerned or how to get to the Miley Cup. Because like we said, the Squall is their main rival, and the Crowns won that game 5-1. But we have seen in the previous game how the Squall performs with their fast-paced game and their
we got 15
all-around
seconds, boys.
offense. But first things first, as the Hooligans trying to turn things around.
Rafi, let's watch him on that.
But it's just been just a brick wall, not even at the net. It's been at the center line. They just can't find a way to access the offensive zone as Bateman, look out here, shot and that gets blocked. And there has been a goaltending change for the Hooligans. And it's going to be Rob Gleason in the net. Whoa, the ball from behind the net, shot and that's blocked. Another shot, Orton. It's going to be down the floor and an icing. And unless they can beat it, no, they won't.
No change, no change, Dirt.
Very curious decision on changing Cunningham out of net because, I mean, I have to say it was not a bad performance on his part, but I think the Hooligans just feel that he needs some time. But I mean, I feel like that he's had a pretty good performance despite the score.
It does make me wonder, is maybe he was outworked, maybe they just want to save some energy in the tank for, maybe they want him to go back-to-back, I don't know. But yeah, definitely Cunningham with a great performance, but in comes Rob Gleason to do some mop-up work.
They do play again right after this. They have to face the Squall. I mean, if facing the Squall they've got to face against the second-place team in the division. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do as the Crowns go on the attack, and Gleason makes a stop as he'll try to pick up where Cunningham left off.
Thanks, sir.
You can see a little shrug save there, manages to squeeze the elbow down, keep it locked in. So good early save here for Gleason, top of the third period.
And the Crowns continue to tag another save by Gleason down low. The Crowns hanging on as they try to drive it in. Score! Another one put on the board. And it is going to be Jack Ingles again for his second.
69-27.
Just like that, take a look. There's number 69, Ingles. Picks it up in his feet, settles it, and yeah, just beats him glove side. Not much you can do about that one in point blank. Didn't get any help from the defense, and it's 5-0.
Well, as a goalie, their job is to make that initial stop, but if that rebound comes loose, you're pretty much a sitting duck, and you just have to hope that luck bounces your way. And some luck for Rob Gleason as he makes a stop here. And the Hooligans trying to turn things around. But it is a very big hill to climb. Down by 5.
Good.
You like to see the continued effort. I mean, a 5-goal deficit is obviously nothing to sneeze at here. 8:14 left to go in the third period, but I like to see that they're not going to quit.
Loose! And there's a shot that gets blocked. Second chance. Was trying to look for a deflection, and it rolls into the right corner. Tries to center up, and one-timer wide. No! Grabbed around, stopped by Gleason. Sitting right there for Jesse Termetti.
Play the ball.
He was looking for the HT and almost had it.
Play the ball.
There you go.
Now Stu Levine fighting off a double team. The Hooligans trying to go with a more aggressive setup as far as their defense, and they pretty much don't have much of a choice here as they try to rush one in, but it's going to be offside against the Hooligans. A little bit too much speed on the attack for Jordan Shaw.
Yeah, if your stick can't keep up with your feet or with the ball, that's tough.
Give him the tape.
You can see he was kind of reaching behind him. That pass just a little bit off the mark, and that's just enough for them to end up offside.
And the Hooligans
Good.
just all around. I mean, you see that they're trying, but it's just nothing going their way. Not even on the face-off dot, but maybe something here, 2-on-2 the other way.
Good.
DeVito going to Jordan Shaw, tries to shot, that's blocked.
hand.
Back over to DeVito. He'll try to circle back around, and he lost control. A little one-stick handle too many as the Crowns come back the other way. Greco holds up, shot goes high on the net. Jeff Kennedy will try to drop it back. It was looking for Tom Knox.
No.
He'll race it down. DeVito chasing him down.
Play the ball.
He was looking to pin him onto the wall, but Knox escapes.
Josh, be ready. Let's go. Forward.
Lou Harbiton for the Hooligans. Tries to pass one up, but was set down by Jeff Kennedy, and a shot just rolling wide of the crease. Greco back to Becht. Winds up with a shot, looking for a tip. As
That's off.
And some tensions mounting, and the refs move in to break it up, and
Go to the bench.
immediately the scuffle
Minor penalty
stops
here.
right there.
Grab
We'll
the
see
face
if there's
mask.
anything there.
No, you grabbed his face mask.
And I
Killer
think
stop
that
by
there is
Gleason.
going to be a penalty coming.
Face mask. You cannot do that.
And we either see right there players getting tangled up, and the official gets right into it.
He grabbed his
That's a
face
big
mask.
stop by
Man
Gleason.
down. Minor penalty.
Morin throws his hands up, trying
Your man
to
down.
express that he's
Grabbing the face mask.
innocent, but I heard unsportsmanlike. And we'll take a look and see who's fielding 4 and who's fielding 5. Looks like it's going against the Crowns.
Well, right now there's only one. Yeah. Right now there's only one end of the box, and that is Jeff Kennedy. And from what I understood was that he had his hands to the face, so while they're on the ground. So I think that's what the call was for. In the meantime, the Hooligans get a much-needed power play, and they have to score here. They have any chance of coming back. Obachon with a shot high of the net. And Fritz is right there. He'll just try to kill some time on that penalty. And now the double team moves in, trying to break it up. But Bateman trying to move in. They're still on the attack, even on the penalty kill. But the Hooligans try to clear out.
Still in.
Even with a man down, the Crowns still throwing shots at the net. And it's back over to Jay Clark. First time we've called him. He gained the zone, tries a shot that's blocked. Everyone loses sight of it. And the penalty is over as the Hooligans don't even get a shot on the net. Brandon Moran tries to clear, and a chance, and just rolls away from Joe Marshall. Marshall centers up, and was Looking for a chance shot, and he scores! A bouncer goes right through, and Engels gets the hat trick.
27 from 69. Huh? 27 from 69. 27 from 69? I thought 69 had that. 69 from 27. Yeah.
Yeah, it does sound like it. Marshall gets the helper. Ingles finishes off the hat trick right there.
11. It's his last time. Anything else?
Another wacky one, but
Contact.
a killer spinning escape move, getting out of the corner to make some space, and then feeds that one up. It's a great play there by Marshall and a better finish by Ingles to get the hat trick and make this one 6-0 and all but out of reach for the Hooligans.
Good! And another attack coming from the Crowns. Wide angle shot. Loose, by Gleason. It came loose for a second, but he recovers.
Good work, goalie. Dark changes.
Still battling as much as they can. Gleason, with a great save, comes out to cover here with 4 minutes left to go in the third as his team stares down a 6-0 deficit.
And I think we can pretty much say that the Crowns are going to win this game. I don't know if you had noticed, but when Ingles scored the hat trick, the coach threw his own hat on the floor.
I'm here.
So
Change, boys. Change.
we'll see more of that. And in the meantime, another shot that gets saved by Gleason. And maybe a chance for Joseph Shaw the other way, but that gets knocked away by Frank Lozzi.
Great read by Lozzi.
Now try center. Arbiton will take it for the Hooligans.
Come on, boys. You got to change it up. Let's go.
Still in! But it's down the other. Hits the post! Just that offense of the Crowns continue to throw on shot after shot. Knocks the other way with less than 3 remaining. They will just throw it down, and Maddox will throw it back down. And what?
It's good. That's good.
Aside from the first period, a pretty rough game as that story just continues for the Hooligans. But I mean, then again, it is the Crowns that they are facing. Yeah, one of the top teams in Tier 3 so far as another shot goes wide the net. Now from behind. Wide angle shot save by Gleason. He'll hold on.
Good cover. Way to hold it.
No, there's no question. It's a tough draw for sure. There's a lot of things that I like about the Hooligans game, but there's clearly a lot that they need to clean up. And the Crowns are just showing why the NBHL considers them the number 4 team overall in Tier 3.
Square up. You gotta square up, boss.
And it'll just be a question of after this meeting, will they move up on the rankings? And right now they're making a good argument for themselves. Less than 2 remaining. Shot and a save by Gleason. Rebound attempt. Knocked loose in the slot. Back to Knox. Holds up on the shot. Now he'll try it. Attempt and it's saved by Gleason. Attempted clear. Kept in by Becht. Centers up. One-timer goes wide of the net. Circles around in the slot. Backhand. That's blocked. And whoa, almost had one wide open. And oh, great setup. What a great save by Gleason. And Hooligans are just trying to go down swinging as the Crowns will move up in the standings again. They will move up to 3-1-0-0. 3 wins, 1 overtime win.
Go, finish it out.
As
I'm here.
I know, if you tell me, they may be moving up with the power rankings at this rate, depending on the remainder of this meeting. They still have 2 games to play today. They still have to face the Surge and the Squall. The Squall will be seeing again next as they'll take on the Hooligans. Oh my God, and a save by Gleason on a wide open chance. The Hooligans just trying to
Can't see it.
end off strong as that goes out of play, and because that it is a 6-goal deficit, the clock will continue to run, which will make this game official as the teams line up one more time.
Square.
6 seconds, 5 seconds. They'll take the draw. There'll be no chance of breaking that shutout. And the Crowns will come away with a 6-0 win over the Hooligans.
Definitely a tough one for the Hooligans. Quad State looked like they were blow for blow there in the first period, and then a big 4-goal second, and things just really got away from them as the Crowns just found that next level to get to and showed some distance and separation and why they are definitely the class of this division. Tough break for the Hooligans. Obviously, shout out to Cale Bowman for the shutout, but really, he just wasn't tested that many times. So, one of the easier shutouts I think that he's going to see in his career.
Extra after the play stop.